Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late. I was going to start at 6 o'clock, but I was watching the Irish Homestead, and I just wanted to finish watching them. So I'm going to do the one that I forgot. I think it was Heather recommended a low-flying bat. So maybe we'll just do some bats on here. Maybe we'll do a Halloweeny moon with some bats on top. So let's get some orange out and the black, of course. Maybe a little gold. And we'll just do something up here. So good morning to everybody. I had a little bit of a rough evening. Thursday, my son got injured at work, and they had him go to one of those, just urgent care type situations. Well, they sent him over to the emergency room, and he had to have a CT scan done, and they thought he had a groin hernia, but he doesn't, which is good. But he does have some pulled and torn ligaments and tendons and muscle, and so no work for him for several days while he heals up. But thankfully it wasn't a hernia. And I think more places need to have some courses on proper lifting and when to ask for assistance and moving stuff and that kind of stuff type training, especially in a warehouse. But that's just me saying that. The mom. Good morning, Ruth and Janice. So he's sleeping well now. They gave him some morphine-like medicine at the hospital. And we thought we were going to have to go pick him up. But then, boom, he showed back up. And I kept telling him, I said, don't you drive high. But he showed up back home about midnight. And the hospital's not too far from us. I'm just going to color this whole thing with the gold. So thankfully, he's going to be okay. He just needs to stay off his legs for a couple days. And Scott said we are to get some crazy weather. I guess this is the stuff that's coming up from Ann. And in fact, Ann should be getting up, so she's ready for those sheetrockers that are supposed to show up early. Yes, he has it's extreme pain. All right in that hip joint. It's just, he said it was like a shooting pain there when he first came home Thursday, and that it went down his leg. I think it's just radiating the pain down. I know this looks crazy. right, let's put some orange on here. And Scott and I, we were going to go get chicken, but then Scott said his taste was more for Mexican. So we ended up at the Monterey's last night. And then we went over to the thrift store across from the VA hospital. And I don't know about anybody else that thrifts, but our Goodwills are getting really picked over. There's just not a lot to look at. The last couple times we've gone, we've found, either one or two things or nothing. Either people are holding on to their, good junk, or there's just, they're done purging what they are going to purge. Maybe we need some yellow in here too. All this just so the bats have something to fly across here. I was thinking the other day, last night, Ann showed us kind of a shot out to her new room, and I was thinking, oh, Lily's gonna love to have zoomies out there. Popped in my head last night. It's gonna be the Lily Zoomy room. Lena has finished a diamond painting. I'll have to go watch that when I get done on here. It's a Halloween moon. We got to have kind of a purpley sky behind it. The spider's just a spider. I didn't give him any background. Poor spider. But we did stop at the Krispy Kreme that was right next to the Goodwill we went to yesterday. And they actually had the pumpkin spice donuts. So I got my pumpkin spice donut taste taken care of for this year. The only thing I haven't gotten for this autumn, for my little treat for autumn, is some apple cider. And I haven't done that yet. I'm kind of waiting for them to put it on sale because it's like $5.99 for a gallon of cider. So we'll see. So I'm going to put a little bat back here. And they have a little bump. And then you do bloop, bloop, bloop. Because, he doesn't want to fly by himself. There's a little bat. Then maybe we'll do another little bat over here. I keep getting ads for Michael's. They got all their Halloween on sale. But since we don't have, little kids, I haven't really been decorating for Halloween much. And we don't get trick-or-treaters. We have some young families moving in the neighborhood, but this is mostly senior citizens in here. Oh, I love apple cider and pumpkin spice donuts. All right, we'll put one more bat over here. And then let's see. Janet said some Indian corn. She must not have seen. I've already done that. And then an acorn mentioned. And there was something else. I got to go back to the video from yesterday, find out what the something else was. And we'll just do the arch here for this little bat. Yeah, there's just something about apple cider and pumpkin spice donuts. Pumpkin spice donuts is the only thing I want pumpkin spice. I don't want my coffee pumpkin spice. I don't want my soda pumpkin spiced. I don't want anything pumpkin spiced except my donuts. And the last couple times that we've tried to get some custard filled like eclair type donuts, they've burnt the filling. There's like this window of getting that filling just right, and they are burning it every single time, and it's just like, it's nasty. I told Scott, I said, sometime I will do a bunch of donuts up like on a Sunday, and then that way he can take them into work the next day. So there's my little bats. Let's darken this guy up and maybe give the edge of the moon a little dark line. Nothing too crazy here. So there's the bats, and then maybe we'll do the acorn for tomorrow in the morning. So this is my Inktober. I try to keep these short. And I don't know if I shared it in our Monday stitch or not, but there is a pattern on Instagram available. All you have to do is type hoodie in her comments, and she'll send you the pattern. But it's this beautiful hoodie, and it's made with that really super chunky blanket yarn. So there's the bats, and I'll have to go look at the other stuff. You got your eggnog yesterday, plain and pumpkin spice. I also ordered some pumpkin spice coffee creamer. I know that pumpkin spice, it's like you only want it in the autumn. And eggnog, my mother-in-law's recipe for eggnog is to die for. And she doesn't make it anymore, but my brother-in-law, he's my age. He's taken to making it and bringing it, for Christmas when they're in town. If they go out of town, then we don't get it. I need to get that recipe for her eggnog. All right, guys, I want to let you go, and I hope everybody has a wonderful Saturday. We'll be finding something to do inside from the sounds of it, because I think it's going to be raining like crazy. So happy Inktober, everybody. It's filling up. By the end of it, we'll have it all in. Oh, I didn't put the date on the back. Hang on. Let me see if I can see where it goes. It goes right here. October 11, 2025. All right, I'm going to let you go. Bye, guys.